All right, my name's Ryan Wilcke. I'm the Roadside Vegetation Manager for Cerro Gordo County Conservation, and I'm also their Weed Commissioner. We started our program in 1988.
Exactly.
We were the fifth county to start a roadside program. We were one of the pioneers, one of the grandfathers of this whole thing. I believe with LRTF, I think they've been giving out seed for 27 or 28 years. We've received seed every year, but I believe the first year. So we've been kind of right there. We've been one of the people right in the front. We've got one of the most extensive programs that I know of. We have 3 full-time staff, manager, and then 2 specialists below me. So we're out here rocking and rolling. A lot of places it's just the manager, and then I have a few seasonals. So we're out here trying to get things done and get things accomplished in a good way. All right, so basically like all the other roadside managers, I'm in the trenches and we're doing the not as fun part of the job. Right now it's our spray season. So we just finished our thistle spray season, which typically is about the very end of May to almost the very beginning of, or the end of July, I should say. And we just switched over to our brush spraying season. So the way we do it, we run 2 trucks and we'll have 2 people in each truck. We'll have one guy driving and one guy will be sitting on the back. We've got a little chair apparatus back there, and they sit and they're just running and gunning. They're the assassin. They're a trained killer. That's what they're back there to do. So that we'll be doing that till about the beginning of October, or till when you start spraying trees, the leaves blow off when you hit them. So we typically will run the entire county for our thistle season, and we have over 950 miles of roads that we cover, which is roughly 1,900 miles of right-of-way that we got to take care of. So it's kind of a big challenge for us, and we got 3 full-time staff out there just going after it. Throughout the whole summer, basically that April through October time is we're busy spraying, and we'll mix in some hydro seeding as well. We got the whole county to manage for any public right-of-way ditch cleaning, and luckily for us, we have our own seed, so it's pretty easy to get out there and get everything seeded, and it's nice because it's going back into natives. A lot of other places will contract it, and it's going back into brome and other stuff that's not quite as nice or ideal to be seeing in the roadside. The thing that brings me joy is when I'm just driving around the county and I see this just little teeny blip of boom, prairie right there, and I know that was a spot that we hydroseeded or somebody before me hydroseeded, so it kind of gives me a little bit of pride. Hydroseeding, so you're standing on this big huge trailer with just a giant drum spinning full of water. You got the gun on the back, and you just drive nice and slow. You mix it with the hydro mulch, which is just like a wood fiber kind of mix. You put your tackifier in there to make it stick, and you just spray the ditch green. It's pretty straightforward, simple. We've got a trash pump on the front of our unit, so we'll find some creek somewhere throughout the county, pull up, and we'll fill up, and you got to be quick because he's coming in hot and fast, and you got to be throwing your bales in and your seed and being ready to go, or else she's going to start spitting out the top. Using hydroseeding is just really quick, so that's the part that makes that nice. So if you had to come back in and you wanted to drill it, which is, I'd say, it's probably the ideal way to do a prairie restoration, there's a little bit more site prep. Hydroseeding, you can get in there now, get it in. You put a cover crop in with it too, because your natives take a little bit of time to establish. So we usually put in some sort of cover crop of a fall rye later in the year, annual rye, and oats. So it just gets something grow up green right away, and then the next season we'll start to see our natives popping up. The thing that's unique about our county is out this way we've got 10 acres of native seed production plots that we have. So in the fall, we'll go out there and we have our own prairie habitat seed stripper. It looks like a big broom on a wagon behind us, and we go through and we'll harvest all the seed. And then when it's the dog days, a cold, we'll go through and we'll clean it all with a fanning mill and a hammer mill, and we'll run it all through clean. And we'll typically get around 1,000 pounds of seed throughout the year doing that. We also kind of have in our back pocket that we've been working on our new planning for the year. With the LRTF, Living Roadway Trust Fund, they give us seed every year, and we try to do a minimum of 10 acres of prairie restoration every year. So actually yesterday I had one of my staff out. He picked the new site we're going to be at, and he went and got it mowed, and we'll be getting it sprayed here within the next few weeks so we can get the seed in the ground this fall. Oh, I think it's great that we have this opportunity in our state to get seed just handed to us. If it was something I had to purchase out of my budget, I don't think I'd be able to put 10 acres in every year. Even with us getting our own seed that we clean and harvest ourselves, I got to kind of really allocate where I'm going to put it, because I never know how many ditch cleanouts we're going to have each year. So it's kind of tough to budget it and be planned out accordingly to make sure we don't run out in the middle of the year. Because if you look at it dollars and cents, it's a heck of a program.